In my humble opinion, I believe one of the most critical changes that needs to happen for us to have an effective change into our future is to be active listeners. We live in a world that is so polarized by politics, by just daily things that are happening, and we seldom give each other the chance to share our thoughts and to be heard. And we live in a society where social media creates platforms for us to discuss, but in essence, we're not really doing that. We're not giving each other the opportunity to be heard and to listen effectively or actively. We tend to then unfriend folks who could provide, a different lens. So for me, it's a strong need to be open-minded. It's a need to become more of an active listener and to learn to disagree. I may not see the world like the rest of you, but I certainly do appreciate the opportunity to understand that. I think that by creating that welcoming, open-mindedness approach, it can give us a stronger measure and actually come to collaborate and build a better society for us all.
One of the most critical changes that we need to make sure we're doing as women is supporting other women. We need to bring those women to the table. Someone that may not have that seat, how do we empower other women to be part of that? And I think that change is going to bring about a whole different level of the empowerment movement.
Well, I think the obvious one, because of social media and all this stuff, is just connecting with people in person and live and spending time with people face to face. And I know that's, like I said, I know it's the obvious one, but it's hard nowadays to even accomplish that. Even at work, meetings are over Skype, or and it's just the human connection seems to be a little bit lost. And so I think that's one critical change we need to make. And then two, I think from that just comes listening to each other and not talking over each other. And I think between social media and our political environment and everything so insane right now, I feel like those two, we need to not change, we need to get back into our societies.
I think for me, facing the future and what we've got to do effectively is we've got to mentor more women and bring them along the journey with us. One of the things that I do more is really work with a lot of younger women in the workforce, and they look at me and they're like, there's no way I could ever accomplish or do what you're doing. And I try to instill them that, what I do today and where I sit and the relevancy of what I do with my work and how I balance my work life, it was very similar to how I was when I first started my career. It's just all relative. And so helping individuals know to lean in and not opt out and second guess themselves of what they can accomplish, I think is really critical for us in our future of where we want us as women to continue to lead in the workforce. Because that's what's, I think, most important is continuing to help women advance and bring them along with us for those of us that are able to go through the door.
I think it's really important for women that you're at the table and that you don't let your fears ever stop you. It is hard work, and I don't think anything that's worth it is ever easy, but you can't listen to somebody else. If you're passionate about something, make sure that you're at the table. Make sure you're doing your homework and bringing those ideas. And when you do that, I think people start to listen to you and they're glad that you're there. So I would say just don't let your fears stop you from doing what you're passionate about.